Hello, everybody. My name is Zane from Left or Right, and today I have with me here Antoinette Sedillo López, who is running for New Mexico Congressional District number 1, which is a seat which Deb Haaland is in right now, but she's going to resign to become Biden's Secretary of Interior. So thank you, Antoinette, for joining me.
Oh, my pleasure, Zane. I'm happy to be here.
All right. So my first question for you is, why are you running for this congressional seat?
Well, I actually ran against Deb Haaland 2 years ago, and the best person won. She was a fantastic congresswoman, and she's going to be an even better Secretary of Interior because she's going to do so much for the country, our state, Native people. It's just fantastic. But I ran a very good race, and because of that, I was appointed to the state senate here in New Mexico. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham appointed me 2 years ago in January. So I've served on the state senate during the time that Congresswoman Haaland has been at the national level in Congress. And I have loved serving on the Senate, and I have pushed the agenda that I developed when I ran for Congress. And so I want to continue to do that.
All right. So my next question is, what problems do you see in your district that you would like to fix?
Well, the pandemic has really revealed how 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 unfair our medical system is. So Medicare for all is something that I supported when I ran last time, and it's something that I'm even more passionate about because I've seen neighbor after neighbor just devastated by not having access to testing, having to pay for things that they can't afford. It's just been horrible. And so Medicare for all is something. And then the other thing that I will definitely sign on immediately is the Green New Deal. What I've learned through being on the state senate is we have very little regulation of the oil and gas industry. And so we have methane clouds coming out of New Mexico that are the greatest methane clouds, the biggest methane clouds in the country. And we have produced water out of the oil and gas ramps and out of the pipelines that is just spewing toxic chemicals all over our land and threatening our groundwater. So those are two things that need to be fixed immediately.
All right. My next question is, how confident are you that you will win this race?
I feel really good about it because this race is going to be the first part of this race. It's kind of complicated, but the first part of this race is going to be decided by what's known as the State Central Committee of the Democratic Party. And then the Republicans have their own process for choosing a nominee, and so do the Libertarians. So I need to get a majority of votes from the State Central Committee here in my district. And I feel really good about it because these are the party activists. They are very familiar with my work in the Senate. They're very familiar with my work in the party. They're very familiar with my run for Congress last time. When I've contacted some of them, they've told me, well, I supported Deb Haaland last time, but you were my second choice. So I'll vote for you. So I feel very good.
Another question. Have you met Governor Lujan Grisham and Representative Haaland?
Oh, yes, I have.
Are they nice?
Oh, they're both wonderful, wonderful people. I have to say, the governor's job, Governor Lujan Grisham's job during this pandemic was probably, I'm sure, not at all what she expected. But she had been the Secretary of Health here in New Mexico. So she has been absolutely brilliant at dealing with the pandemic. And I'm so glad I live in this state with her as governor. With regard to Deb Haaland, we became friends. As we ran for office, we kept the lines of communication open. And as women of color, we lifted each other up. And so I felt like if I didn't win, I wanted it to be Congresswoman Haaland, and she did win. And I'm very, very proud of the state for sending one of the first Native American women to Congress.
Oh, are you excited for her being picked as the Secretary of Interior?
I can't tell you. I'm so excited for this country, and I really applaud President Biden for picking someone of her stature and her ability and her connection to the tribes. As you may know, the Secretary of Interior has been an office that the tribes don't trust and has been devastating for them. This is going to change things. It's going to be a game changer.
All right. So my next question is, what committees would you like to join in the House of Representatives?
Judiciary and natural resources.
Why would you want to join those committees?
Well, judiciary, because I was a law professor for 27 years. And so I have a very deep understanding of the Constitution. And during the Trump administration, if you want to call it that, when he's just been a disaster. If I were president of the United States, it seems like I'd at least read the Constitution. And so I know that I have a lot to offer in judiciary and natural resources because it affects my state and my district so profoundly.
All right. So my next question is, do you have any aspirations to run for a higher office like United States Senate or the governor of New Mexico?
No, I don't. I plan on working in Congress and working hard for my district until the end of my career.
All right. Well, was my final question. I would like to thank you so much for joining me. It was an honor being able to speak with you, and I hope that everyone watching has learned something about you, and I hope that you win your election.
Well, Zane, thank you so much. And I just wanted to tell you, I told you at the very beginning how incredibly impressed I am by you and this program and the fact that you're so engaged. You are the future of our country, and you give me a lot of hope for the future of our country, as does the election of President Biden.
All right.
Great.
Thank you very much,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for watching.